Uh, Hello guys, my name is Ujjwal Iyengar and my registration number is 15BCB0064. So basically my idea was smart distribution of electricity in power plants. Now this can be achieved by analyzing the details of day-ahead forecasting of power output from a renewable energy plants like wind and solar. Based on the amount of expected form of a plant, we can distribute electricity to that plant. All of the distribution is to be automatic and they will be taken care by software. So the thing is, currently there isn't any automatic system that can be used for monitoring the distribution of energy in various power plants in an area. If I can come up with a software that can do the work of assigning and reassigning electricity to various power plants in a way that the unnecessary energy usage is avoided, then we will be moving a step forward in achieving our goal of saving the environment, and that too with technology, which in the recent time has been considered as an enemy for of environment. So when I began thinking about this idea, my main purpose was to figure out a solution to the ever increasing environmental problems. Conservation is a very big problem today, and we are not able to find an efficient answer to deal with the problems related to it. So the current problems that we are facing due to conservation is increased carbon footprints. Now, to the primary environmental effect of energy overuse is an increase in your carbon footprint. If you keep your devices plugged in and running when they are not in use, the results in an increase in an electrical use and consequently a bump in the amount of greenhouse gases that enter the atmosphere. Or you could say leaving your laptop plugged in all the time will use nearly 300 kilowatts of electricity each year, and a desktop computer left to idle will use more than 600 kilowatt of electricity. So, yeah, this is one of the problems that can be caused by overuse of energy. One more is climatic change. And the climatic change is like we are under an increased risk of climate change if we are overusing our energy. Now, coal and natural gas supplied are more supplied than two-thirds of the energy in India. According to India Environmental Protection Agency, fossil fuel combustion accounted for more than 5,200 million metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalents. Part of this increase is due to careless use of energy. The United States wastes more than 2 billion worth of energy each year from the inefficient outdoor lighting alone. And the same cases with India. The another problem is reduction in supply. Now, in areas with heavy population densities, the price that you pay for home electricity is determined by supply and demand. Some power plants charge consumers more during the peak hours. Your overuse will contribute to a scarcity in this energy supply and thus increase in overall electricity costs. Another problem is this will lead to an increase in energy prices. A natural consequence of overusing energy is increased cost for us. This can come in the form of fuel and energy investment. You may also risk lowering the expected lifespan of appliances and other electronics. So these are the things we must keep in mind. Now, I'll just talk about the conceptual model which I came up with for my idea. So first, what we could do is this is a graph. In this graph, basically what we have to do is we'll make use of various machine learning techniques to make a prediction model for solar intensity. This graph is just for solar intensity. It can be expanded for wind. There will be different graph for wind and other power plants. So we will be using multiple forecasting metrics as a parameter for training multiple models. We'll train a lot of models and we'll generate a lot of graphs, and we will then analyze the prediction accuracy of each model, like which model is the more accurate in predicting the day ahead forecasting model. These forecasts will be used to make a function of the computation of future solar intensity for a given time horizon from a set of forecasted weather metrics. For example, on a day we have a sunny winter day. These are the, you get the graph which tells you that the solar intensity on a sunny weather day is like this, on a cloudy summer day is like this. So how we are going to make use of this information is this. This is a conceptual model. We'll have a software that will be making use of all these graphs that I just explained you about, and we'll take the information from these graphs and put it in our algorithm. The software will determine on which day and on which place the kind of weather will be forecasting the weather. So suppose there is a solar energy plant near Vellore in Katmandi, okay, and on that plant we predict that the next day is going to be a cloudy day, okay, and there won't be any sunlight. So, you know, if it is going to be a cloudy day, then it doesn't make any sense to distribute energy, to distribute electricity to that plant. So, our software will predict that on the next day there goes to be a cloudy day and it won't be giving electricity to that plant. So, and for example, on another day, we could say that suppose there is a wind plant on Chennai, and we have a software here with us, and we predict that on the next day there isn't going to be any, the wind speed is going to be almost zero. So it doesn't make any sense to provide electricity to that windmill plant, right? And so that is what our algorithm will do. That is what our software will do. It will predict the weather and it won't be providing any electricity. This is basically, so in this way we'll be having a smart distribution of electricity. Now, where I got the inspiration for this idea, I got it from this paper that has been written by Mr. David Larson, Luke Nonmaker, and Mr. Carlos F.M. Coimbra. So they have given a very good paper on day-ahead forecasting and making use of the technique of day-ahead forecasting for predicting, for making a good plan for distributing efficient energy plan for distributing energy. So this is a very good paper. I've given this paper the link for this paper, and if you want to like go through the exact details of how the various machine learning models and techniques will be applied, so you can go through this paper. Now I'll just talk about some pros and cons of this. The pros are obvious. The pros are like that. My idea is it will help in preventing the unnecessary usage of electricity. It will help in conserving energy, uh, and since everything is going to be automatic, the maintainers will not have to spend any time themselves. Like they don't have to spend time analyzing at which place they have to spend power. We'll have to distribute power. How the distribution of power is to run, we don't have to worry about that. The maintainers don't have to worry about that. And the best thing is it is making the use of idea of saving our environment with technology, something which is still new. The cons are that since everything is automatic, even a small bug could induce a lot of unreasonable decisions in the system. Now, weather forecasting can never be 100% accurate, and therefore, since the prediction will never be 100% correct, there will always be chances when an algorithm gets the power distribution wrong. It could be a disaster if proper planning is not done. Now, the conclusion and future enhancement. The method of distributing power is still is a very practical solution to solving the upcoming energy crisis. Prior prediction models for solar energy harvesting you know, have been done on immediate past, but unfortunately, these methods are unable to predict changes in the weather pattern in advance. There haven't been, just like I explained in the con, there isn't any accurate algorithm yet to predict 100% correct forecast. We can't get that. Automatically deriving prediction models from historical solar intensity and forecasting it using machine learning techniques is a good idea and it should be used. As a part of future enhancement, we could redefine and derive our algorithms to make them fit for being not only used in distributing power plants, but also in areas like cities, colonies, and farms. With time, due to continuous enhancement in technology, the capability of sensors will only grow, and therefore, this model will become more accurate and more useful. Thank you.